Sobriety is quantitative, meaning it's a number. I got sobriety today, but it doesn't mean I'm going to have it tomorrow. It's a day on your tracker. But recovery is cumulative. It's about showing up and putting the reps in every single day. Welcome, brothers, to today's episode of the Recovered Dad podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Matthew Sinkovitz. This is my co-host, partner in crime, Yaden Smith. Yaden, welcome, brother.
Your last name is Sinkovitz? What?
Sinkovitz.
I've been spelling it wrong. No, I'm just messing with you. Although I did have it spelled wrong in my phone for the longest time. I thought it was Sinkowitz.
Yeah.
But I do have your name updated now.
Not Sinkovich.
Not Sinkovich. No.
Not Sinka shits or tits, as they used to call me in high school. Dare I go out? A
little bit of comic relief as we're diving into the always entertaining and sometimes very heavy topic of recovery.
Yes,
and the recovered dad lifestyle. Like, what does it mean? What does all this stuff mean?
Yeah,
keep going. Bro.
So with that, and I could go on with the last name iterations, but we'll stop there. With that, I know we got a good one, a juicy one, a potent one lined up here today. Yaden, what do we got, brother?
Well, I got a story to start with.
Okay.
Right?
You know,
I love telling stories.
All right.
And if you're a dad out there, man, tell me this hadn't happened to you. So I cannot exactly remember how long ago. But for context, my second son just turned 16 a couple days ago. And this story happened when he was big enough that he could stand in the shallow end of a pool, but he didn't really know how to swim yet, so I had to stay away from the deep end. So anywhere, he's kind of tall, so maybe 5, 6, so 10, 11 years ago. 10, 11 years ago. At a pool with my family. With my wife, 3 kids at the time, the 3 boys, daughter hadn't been born yet. And I grew up in the South. I grew up in the town where I live now. I grew up being on a swim team, going to the beach, surfing, swimming, body surfing, swimming in pools, swimming at Boy Scout camp. I was a lifeguard, right? I've been swimming most of my life, which it's a double-edged sword. One, I'm very comfortable around the water. I can swim when I need to, as far as swimming goes, I'm drown proof, right? If I fall into some water, I'm going to be okay. As long as I can swim somewhere to land or just float until somebody gets me. I'm not going to freak out. On the flip side, because I'm so comfortable around water, I don't recognize it as the actual threat that it is. Because I'm just so comfortable with it.
Yep.
Right? It's like you go underwater for too long, that's a problem, right? No human has developed gills yet. That's not a thing. So if you're underwater for too long, bam, you can't survive in that environment. So growing up, I was a good swimmer. And I wanted my kids to learn how to swim. So in the summer times, we would go to pools, call up friends. We didn't have a pool growing up, but we had the best kind of pool, someone else's pool. We'd go to a friend's house, call up somebody's like, hey, you mind if we come swim for the afternoon or something? Like, yeah, no, come on. People with pools love when people come use the pool because they don't use the pool as often as they wish they could. And it makes them feel good. It's like, oh, at least the pool's getting used. Love it. So we're at a friend's house. And my wife and I, we had a system. We had a system in place for safety for our kids. One, stay in the shallow end, kids, like they knew what the boundaries were. And at the same time, as the parents, to maintain visual on the kids all the time. And have it be very specific. Hey, Yaden, you are on kid detail. So head on a swivel, watching the kids, that is your job. If you have to get up to go to the bathroom, you got to hand that job off to somebody else. You got to make sure that job is covered while you're at the pool, while the kids are getting in the pool. And so we had a system in place. System worked great. And this particular day was no different. Great day, having fun at the pool. Second son is in the water. He's, let's say, 6 years old. He's bouncing around. And I remember my wife and I were in the pool. And it was a transition. It's like, okay, it's not my turn anymore, or it's my wife's turn, or it wasn't her turn anymore. It's my turn. Passing it off. And somehow a question got asked. I can't even remember the question, but I remember my wife and I making eye contact and having a 10-second conversation about whatever this topic was. Doesn't even matter. 10 seconds. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds is longer than you think. It's also a lot shorter than you want it to be. In 10 seconds, my son had taken one step too far. A single step. And this was in a pool that had a sharp down into the deep end. One step too far, and he was in over his head. And it was at a slant. He couldn't even bob back up. He was bobbing further out into the deep end. And I'm standing there looking at my wife. She's looking at me. And my wife heard the smallest noise. And y'all, when somebody drowns, there's no noise. Somebody goes underwater, and that's it. There's no flailing around. You sink, it's quiet, and it's deadly. My wife heard like his hand just going under the water. We turned around, it's like, oh my God. 6-year-old son cannot get his head above water. Now, in that moment of freak out, and if you're a dad and you spend any time around pools, I know you've been in some moment where you realize, oh my God, my kid is in over their head and can't do it. You jump in the water, you grab them, you pull them out, whatever you got to do to get your kid's head above water. That's what we did. Just reach, and I just zipped over, pulled him back, all good. There was no tragic ending story, right? We all live to swim another day, which that is the goal of swimming. Live to swim another day every time. But it snuck up on us, even with systems that we had in place. Everything was fine until it wasn't. And it got real fast. Whew, I'm having, it's like, I gotta like shake out all those emotions that are
in here, man.
That are coming back.
Yeah.
And that was not the only water scare we had with this particular son over the course of his swimming career. But I'll save the other one for another day. But in this moment, we weren't following our framework exactly. Everything was fine until suddenly it wasn't. And man, if y'all out there listening, recovery can be the same way. Relapses with use can be the same. Matt and I, we talk a lot about, the difference between recovery and sobriety. Sobriety is just days on check marks on a calendar. Sober today. Yes. Sober tomorrow. Yes. 2 days in a row. Yes. Right? You get 100 days in a row of not using. Great. You got a 100-day sober streak. But that's not the same as the active process of recovery. And with porn use, because we reach for porn as the pain pill for life, recovery is active. Because the pain ain't going away. The pain don't stop. Life does not stop. Life goes on. Life keeps coming at us. Right? Especially if you're a dad. The pain and the struggle of dealing with a 4-year-old, not the same as the pain and the struggle of dealing with a 14-year-old. The issues you have in your marriage and working your relationship out when you're 5 years into your marriage versus 15 years, the struggles change. The pain is still there. It's just different circumstances and a different time of life. So the active recovery is ongoing. And it's about to get real. Recently, I kind of started mailing in my recovery. I started mailing it in, right? It's like, oh, I've been doing this work. I've been dialing it. It's like, oh, I am on track. I'm on fire. I got this dialed in. Like I'm riding a bicycle and I'm coasting downhill. It's like, oh, this is great. It feels good. The problem is I stopped pedaling and I'm just coasting. And just like that pool situation, everything was fine until it wasn't. Relapses and resetting your tracker when it comes to use, it's the same thing. Everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine until suddenly, bam, not okay. And we don't realize as men that we haven't really been practicing the active recovery. We've just been holding on for dear life.
Putting in the reps.
We haven't been putting in the reps. We've just been holding on like, oh, I'm good. And suddenly the grip disappears. Like, oh, crap. Not good anymore. That's why what I celebrate around my recovery is 99.5% uptime over the past 4 years. Yeah. And y'all, there's no way for me to get it to 100 since I started recovery. If you start recovery and you have one reset, you'll never get to 100%. Just math doesn't work. You'll get to 99.999999999. You can round up. But when it comes to recovery, when it comes to doing this work as a dad, brothers, we have to be intentional about the recovery work. Now, I'm not saying we have to bat 1,000 with our recovery practice because that's just not realistic. Nobody's going to be able to do that. There are going to be off days. But the risk is you coast one day and then you coast another day. And then you coast a third day. It's like, you know what?
I got this.
I've been in recovery for years. I know what I'm doing. I'll be good with, I'll be good with, taking a few deep breaths instead of really giving my brain a chance to meditate and rest. I'll be good. Excuse me. I'll be good with just putting a picture in my digital journal and saying, great day today, instead of really processing what's going on in my life. I'll be good with reading one page, one paragraph. I'll be good with checking the boxes, the minimum viable product, or what I think is the minimum viable product. The issue is the minimum viable product for recovery increases as we coast. The longer we coast, the more work we should be doing. It's just like lifting weights. Sorry, I'm throwing out a lot of analogies in this. So hang with me, dads, right? If you're lifting weights, if you get to where you can bench 225, which is 2 plates on a bar, if one day you go and it's like, man, I can't do it today. I'm only going to bench 1 plate. You're going to be okay. The next time you go, you're still going to be able to bench 225. But you miss 225 too many days in a row, you're not going to be able to do it. You got to keep actively working those recovery muscles to maintain the sobriety. Or what almost happened in the pool, what has happened to me along my recovery journey, like you're fine until whammo, not fine. And you find yourself falling back, resetting your tracks, like, oh my God, how did I get here? I promised myself this wouldn't happen again. Mm-hmm. So that's my story, Matt. That's right. That's the real stuff of life for men who are out there, the ones who are practicing recovery. Brother, keep practicing, keep putting in the reps. The ones who think, oh man, I got this. I just like, be careful, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, you may got this now.
Yeah.
But too much time of, oh, I have this. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Brother. What's that phrase, Matt? Like 3 years of sobriety and 3 feet from the pit.
Yeah, man. That's it, brother. That's it.
It's like, if we stop getting in the reps, at some point we will not be able to lift that weight.
Yeah.
Just like training. If you can run marathons, if you stop running, at some point you're not going to be able to run a marathon.
Yeah. That's it.
If you stop putting in the reps for your recovery, at some point recovery is going to slip, and it will happen just like that. It'll sneak up on you.
Yep. Yaden, we talk about the liberation lifestyle, and it really is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle which requires active engagement in our recovery on a regular basis. And you kind of started the conversation today speaking about how this concept which we've offered, but I don't think we've actually touched on it too recently here on the show. It's that sobriety is quantitative, meaning it's a number, right?
Yes.
I got sobriety today, but it doesn't mean I'm going to have it tomorrow, right? It's a day on it. It's a day on your tracker. But recovery is cumulative. It's about showing up and putting the reps in every single day, and that's kind of what I hear you speaking to, Yaden. It's like, and again, momentum will carry us so far. We're doing good, but that's also where complacency can begin to sneak in. We're doing good. We're doing fine. We think we got it covered. As I kind of joked a little earlier, okay, cool, got it. Just don't watch, right? And maybe we start to drop our guard a little bit around the habits that got us there. And because recovery requires an active approach.
Yes.
It requires being up and being active every single day. And I think we get to a point to our recovery where we're not fighting an uphill battle anymore. We've done a lot of the deep work. We've taken a look at what's going on inside of us. We've taken a look at our past. We've healed maybe some trauma. We've done the work around shame. We've become willing to have these conversations and be vulnerable. We've done a lot of the work, but it doesn't mean that we don't still get to participate in active daily maintenance. It's like a vehicle. It's like a vehicle. And maybe it's just our play. I think recovery.
Never have to change the oil in this car again.
That's right.
No,
it's like, maybe it's our play. I think we also take a look at how recovery is a gift. So I don't think it's that we've got this lifetime curse, but there is this thing, guys, like some people will have it with food like me. Some people have it with alcohol. Some people have it with shopping or gambling. Most people have something, and for us, maybe for you men who are tuning into this conversation, for me, it's like food and sex or two of my big ones. And I know for me, if I take my foot off the gas for too long, if I become complacent for too long, if I stop engaging in my active daily recovery process of growth, of putting on my armor, of keeping my framework in place, of connecting with community, it's only a matter of time before that stuff starts to sneak in, because I'm going to be at a party where there's cake and chips and ice cream, or I'm going to be up in front of my computer late at night, right? And the internet is not stopping. It's constant, bombardment.
It's not stopping the barrage.
Right. It's not. And so, guys, I do think we get to a point where it's easier, but I don't think we ever get to totally stop, because it's always going to be there. And so when we become complacent, we're opening ourselves up for potential trouble.
I love what you said there, Matt, where, as we put the reps in, it takes less effort the more reps we get in. And I think to my physical fitness journey, where, not right now, but there was a time in my running career, when I was running consistently enough where I could run a half marathon any day of the week.
Right.
Multiple times in the course of a week, because I was getting so much training in.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say it was easy.
Right.
Right. Because a half marathon is still it's still 13.1 miles.
Yeah.
It's still a distance you got to cover. If you're in the gym, 225 pounds on the bench press, that's still 225 pounds.
Yeah.
But if you're getting those reps, if you're training consistently, what we say in the gym, it doesn't get easier. You get stronger.
Right. And over time, it just becomes a part of who you are. Your recovery, your approach to life, this liberation lifestyle that I kind of dropped earlier, it just becomes a part of how you live your life.
Exactly right.
So it's
exactly
not
right.
like the curve has been shortened, Yeah.
So, dad out there, brother, if you're on this journey, if you're getting in the reps and you've noticed it's like, you know what? I'm exhausted, been traveling a lot. So this is going on, that's going on, right? The chaos of summer about to happen, get super busy. Man, I'm telling you, don't lose sight of the active part of your recovery. It will cost you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next month. You may be able to coast for a long time. But if we lose sight of what got us here, at some point, we will slip.
It's like weeding a garden. If we neglect the garden long enough, those weeds will start growing back up. You know?
Dude, we have blueberry bushes out at my dad's farm. And, you know, a couple of weeks ago, my dad and I spent all morning on a Saturday pulling weeds, fixing irrigation, using loppers to cut trees, little bitty trees that were starting to grow up. And here we are a month later, it needs it again. And if we don't, the blueberry bushes are going to suffer. Yep. It is an ongoing thing. So if you're on this journey, bro, keep doing the reps. Yes, I realize you can't do it 100% every single day.
Yep.
Every single day. Sometimes all I have is 90, all I have is 10%. But that means I got to stay focused to get back up to where I can deliver 90% or 100%. And if you haven't started this journey before, if you're thinking like, man, I have tried 1,000 times and I just keep getting knocked down. Like, well, here's what might be the missing piece. Because in the past, for me, when I've been doing good, it's like, oh man, sobriety's intact, checking boxes, like, oh, 90 days, 100 days, 200 days, like whatever the day length is. And then I get knocked down. I'm like, oh crap. Well, I'm just a failure. I'm just consumed by lust. I'm never going to I'm evil. I need to pray more. I need to just not. Having a safe space to share this out loud. That was a huge part of my missing piece on this recovery journey. Having a safe space of men to be able to say out loud, it's like, y'all, I slipped up. I had to reset my tracker back to 0. And having men surround you to say, oh, okay, yeah, I've been there. I had to reset my tracker. Let's talk and let's figure, right? We talk about it all the time, like, put the detective hat on. We're like, all right, what was going on? It's like, oh, yeah, you've been traveling. Oh, your habits got spotty. Like you like, can you see where you were coasting? Like, oh man, I see that. And now, next time, my framework is a little bit stronger. This is not going to happen to me again. I mean, I'll reset. Life is long. I'm probably going to reset my tracker between now and when I die. But I'm going to see this situation the next time it shows up. I might get caught off guard by something else, but I'm not going to get caught off guard by this same scenario again. Thanks to the brotherhood, thanks to the safe space where I can check this stuff in, where I can process through what's actually going on, and then pick myself up, take the next step, keep doing the work to maintain my recovery.
Beautiful, brother. Thanks so much for sharing your story and your journey, brother. Brothers, if you're tuning into this conversation and this is hitting home for you and you're like, yeah, like maybe you are like, yeah, I've been a little complacent in my recovery. Maybe you don't have a recovery framework at all. And you're like, well, what does that mean, active recovery? Man, I don't have anybody to talk to about this stuff. We want to invite you to head on over to therecovereddad.com and check out what we got going on inside the Recovered Dad community. We got a lot of free resources for you. We've got some great information about the Liberation Bootcamp, which is our 90-day program. And we also have an option on there to book a call with myself or Yaden. We would love to connect with you, to meet you, to learn where you are in the journey, and just take a look at a path that's going to serve you moving forward so you can create the freedom and the life that you're wanting for yourself, brother, because you deserve it. You don't have to do this alone.
Yeah, man. Your life is worth it, bro. Out there listening. Matt, great to be here with you today. Podcast land out there, thanks for tuning in. See you on the next episode.
Thank you, brothers. Peace, power, boom. Noble men. Thanks, guys.